Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed review of the latest budget smartphone from Infinix in India, the Infinix Note 10. So Infinix Note 10 is the latest budget offering, price starting 11,000 rupees, and in fact the pricing is 10,999 for the 4GB RAM and 64GB storage, and you also get 6GB RAM and 128 gigs of storage at 11,999. That's almost 12,000 rupees. And this device offers quite good hardware. It has a full HD resolution display, Helio G85 octa-core processor, 5000 mAh capacity battery, 18-watt fast charger, Android 11. So apart from that, you also get a 48 megapixel triple camera, 16 megapixel selfie camera. So it's fairly well equipped in terms of hardware. So let's see how good it is in terms of overall experience, and is it a really good device for 11,000 rupees. So that's what we're going to talk about. So if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first, looking at the design and build quality. Now you can see that the back panel design looks quite familiar, but it still has a different kind of pattern. We have a two-tone pattern. The top section has a different pattern and the bottom section has a slightly different pattern. So that brings in slightly better overall design elements. And the camera unit is kind of, we have seen this kind of camera layout, but again it looks quite okay. And the Infinix branding. Overall the back panel finishing also looks quite okay. We have the side mounted fingerprint scanner, the volume rocker key is also on the right side, and we get a SIM tray where you get a dedicated SD card slot as well. So the fingerprint scanner and the power button is integrated. The bottom section has the USB Type-C port and the 3.5mm audio jack as well as the speaker. And overall, looking at the design aspect, we feel it's quite a good looking device out there. Now there are a couple of downsides to this device. One is that it is kind of bulky because it is 6.95 inches in screen size. That's almost 7 inches screen size. So it's a large device, and for people who are looking for big displays, this might help. But if you're looking for a compact or lightweight device, this is in the one to go, because it's pretty bulky because of the larger display, and it's slightly heavy as well because of the larger form factor. So those are the two things to consider, but otherwise it's a fairly good looking device out there. The build quality again looks good. It's a polycarbonate material. Again, it's fairly well equipped in terms of the build quality. So that's the design and build of the Infinix Note 10. And you also get 91% screen to body ratio. You get a front punch hole selfie camera, and the bezels are also kept to minimal. So Infinix has done quite a good job at the 11,000 price segment in terms of design and build quality. Now moving on to the display. Now this device has a full HD 6.95 inches display, and this display, again as I said before, is one of the good aspects about the device. It is a 60 Hz refresh rate with 180 Hz touch sampling rate. It's again a TUV Rhineland certified display, 450 nits of brightness, and the display panel definitely looks good. Even though it's a large display, the pixel per inch is not that great, but still the display looks pretty good. In fact, the quality of the display is good. It's a crisp and sharp display. The colors are again pretty vibrant. The brightness levels are also adequate. So we feel Infinix has again provided a good display in the budget segment. So we don't have much to complain in terms of display aspect. Now moving on to the software experience. So Infinix devices come with the XOS, which is a custom UI from Infinix. Now Infinix has launched the new version of this XOS, the 7.6. So this is the UI which comes with the Infinix Note 10. Now you can see that there are lots of additional features being offered. Here we get themes and lock screen customization. Then if you can see there is kids mode, power marathon mode, then special functions. There are a lot of them included: social turbo, game mode, smart panel, then actions and gestures, X clone mode, and there is also a lot of additional protection being offered here. So it is a feature rich UI. That's something which we don't have any doubts. A lot of additional features are being offered, and the UI is also responsive. It does a pretty good job in terms of responsiveness. But one of the things which we have to say on this UI is that the amount of blots included in this UI. So there are a lot of blots. Here you can actually see the number of blots included. So this is one thing which we have been saying on all the Infinix devices, but the company claims that these are apps which actually actually users try out, so that's why they are not removing. That is something debatable. We are not going into detailed aspects of that, but we feel blot should have been removed, but again they are included on this device. So overall we feel UI is definitely good. It's responsive. We couldn't see any sort of lag at this price segment, so it's fairly good in terms of UI experience, and you also get Android 11. Now Infinix has done a bit of improvements in terms of gaming experience with their new technology, in-house technology called DAR Link. So DAR Link is something which improves the gaming performance. Now this has a Helio G85 chip. Helio G85 is a G series, that's a gaming series chip, which provides quite good experience. We have seen a lot of devices even last year also launching with the Helio G85, which is again a quite good chip for the price segment. So here also you get a decent gaming experience, and with the in-house gaming option, you do get a decent experience with gaming on a budget. So that's the good thing, and apart from that you get a large display and a full HD resolution display, so that helps in gaming on a budget. Now you get 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. You also get 6GB RAM and 128GB storage. Now the fingerprint scanner is mounted on the left side. It's integrated with the power button. Again, pretty good in terms of unlocking. So that's also quite good. Now similar to other Infinix devices, it also comes with DTS sound, which is again good. It's pretty loud, and the speakers provide a good output if you want multimedia experience. And this is also a device with a large screen, so it can be used for the current online classes or video calls. So again, that's quite good. So that's the device. It's a 4G LTE device, and dual SIM card and a micro SD card support is included on the Infinix Note 10. Next, moving on to the camera. So you get a 48 megapixel camera, then you get a macro sensor and the depth sensor, and a 16 megapixel punch hole selfie camera. Now cameras are kind of okayish on most Infinix devices. That's what we have to say about the Infinix Note 10 as well. It does offer a decent experience, good colors. In fact, it's slightly boosted colors for the price segment. We don't see any sort of issues here, and again the details are quite okay. The dynamic range is again decent. The sharpness levels and overall quality of the images looks quite good from the 48 megapixel shooter. The daylight shots did come out quite well, but there is something which is missing. The ultra wide angle camera is something which is missing, at least at this price segment. That's what many people expect, but again that is missing here. Now the macro camera again does quite a decent job altogether. Again you get a depth sensor, and the AI selfie camera is also quite good. Now one thing what we are quite impressed with the performance of the camera is the night mode, which does a decent job actually for the 11,000 price segment. In fact, the details were good, the sharpness levels are impressive. So for this price segment, the camera does justify, although it may not be the best out there in terms of color reproduction or accuracy, because you can't expect such kind of great camera at this price segment. But for 11,000 the cameras do justice, and it's a decent experience overall. So that's the camera aspect. Now moving on to the battery. Now this device has a 5000 mAh capacity battery, and it can last like a really good almost like 1.5 days of battery life is easily gettable on this device. Again screen on time depends from person to person, so we cannot say what we got you might be getting, but on an average the battery life is really good. Now you also get an 18-watt charger. You don't get a very fast charging, but 18 watt is again decent charging experience for this price segment. So that is the detailed aspects about the Infinix Note 10. So price at 10,999 and 11,999, is it really good value for money? We would say it's a quite a decent offering, because you get a large display, decent performance, decent cameras, good battery life, and quite a good display. Now it may not be the best option I would say, but still if you're looking for a large display and good multimedia experience along with DTS sound, the Infinix Note 10 does provide good experience with the Helio G95 chip. So it is priced 10,999 for the 4GB RAM and 64GB storage, but we would suggest you to go with the 6GB and 128GB storage in case you're buying it, because just 1000 rupees you get 2GB RAM addition, and almost double the storage you get for just 1000 additional pricing. So that is a detailed review of the Infinix Note 10. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.